Okay, guys. I am so hoping that this is working. This is again just kind of a test run this week. I'm using some new technology, so I am just getting in my flow. Again, it's been about, gosh, about 5 or 6 months since I have come to you guys live to do a collective energy reading. Again, like, honestly, I don't even know if this is actually going live. So, I'm gonna put it, let me see, enter text for hide chat view. I don't even understand. Maybe if it's going live, wonderful. If it's not, then this is again a test run for me. So just to begin, my name is Elizabeth Maria, and my business is Elizabeth Maria Unlimited, because there is always an infinite number of possibilities. So I started doing Intuitive Tuesdays. It's been about 3 years now. I started on a private Facebook group called Truly Awakened, to really just begin practicing my own intuition skills, as I began I like to call it the accelerated part of my spiritual journey. Since then, my God, there has been some beautiful ups, beautiful highs, some really low lows. I was actually just listening to Victor, was it Odom earlier, and he was talking about the dark night of the soul, and I was like, they really need to call it the dark, the dark years or something. I mean, cause this shit ain't for the faint of heart, let me tell you. I have been going through my own transformation, just like all of us, on this spiritual path, are, at different times, possibly, going through very similar things. And so, I use my Intuitive Tuesdays as kind of a way to, one, develop my own intuition, and two, to be of service to the collective as we are all raising our vibration during this time. We are shedding energy that no longer serves. And it, again, is not for the faint of heart. There's a wonderful, this saying that, what is the saying? Ignorance is bliss. Well, there's a reason, right? Because once you start, it's like the more you know, the less you know. I'm just going to take a second and get grounded into this energy. Thank you, Great Spirit, for allowing me to be here. Technology be damned. Whoever is supposed to see this message when they are supposed to see it will see it at the right timing. So no worries, no low vibes. Let it all go. Thank you so much, Great Spirit. I always wear my wonderful copper that helps me to become that conduit of energy. I'm going to use my little sound healing bowl just to cleanse the energy. I invite you all just to breathe with me. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Spirit. we are listening to, and if you guys can hear it in the background, this is, hold on one second. This is the 432 sound healing hertz. It is for clearing out all negative energy. Guys, I'm going to get a pillow to sit on because I feel like I'm just like a talking head right now. I need you guys to see like a little bit of my body, and I am totally like not, okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I'm totally, just DIYing this stuff. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just start with a collective reading. When I started doing these readings, I started by using my own personal tarot cards. I have switched over to another deck in hopes that the message that comes through is more of a collective reading than me just on here reading my own cards for myself. So these cards have been used primarily with my clients, with helping other people to get some clarity. Okay, we have one card that just fell out. Okay, we're going to pick our second card. The way that I do these collective readings is, okay, we have there, and then we have there, okay. And, wow, a bunch of them wanted to come out, so we're just going to go right into it. I might do some clarity with these because I'm seeing a lot of obstacles ahead for us collectively. Okay, so let me get into it. So the first card that popped out is the Seven of Wands. And so the Wands is fire. This is I desire. This is the soul. The Seven of Wands. So, again, the Seven of Wands is fire. This is Mars in Leo, okay? I am a Leo, so all of you Leos out there, okay, this is energy coming through. And this is also ruled, of course, by the number 7. And it's interesting because, okay, so the Seven of Wands reveals that there are obstacles in our path, okay? But you will keep going and overcome them. Success is in reach. This card is particularly relevant to work and career. And it's very interesting because this is the first Intuitive Tuesday that I have done in probably about 5 months. Honestly, I have been going through pretty much the dark night or the dark years or whatever of the soul. So, but still, I keep on trucking, right? And that is what, this card is really all about. The Seven of Wands, Leos out there, keep on trucking, right? So, there is also a noble aspect about this card, and it comes up in readings to show you may be defending others, not just your own interests. In this sense, the Seven of Wands is the card of the advocate, and you may find you need to stand up for those who are not able to speak for themselves. So if you are someone that is in advocacy work, I know that I work within the food justice movement, is my advocacy work, that this is about, really mixing and actually not, collaborating with that energy of being of service. Let's see what else it says here. It says, in relationships, there are hurdles, and you may need to fight for love. This can only be temporary, however. So by all means, stand up for your relationship in the short term. provided you are sure your partner will return your loyalty. Okay, very interesting. 7 of Wands. And so usually how I do my readings, and 4 came out today, so I'm just going with it, is, the first is kind of, the first card that I pull is kind of the energy that you're moving out of. Okay, this is, and so for the 7 of Wands, Mars is definitely the planet of war and, aggression and just, fighting for what is yours. So, this again, with career and relationship, this is about, hanging tough, fighting and standing up for what you believe in, no matter what. No matter what, guys. If you know that you're on your right path, regardless what anyone else thinks about it. This has been, for me, one of my biggest hurdles, honestly, is really owning Elizabeth Maria Unlimited and knowing that all aspects of my business are to help uplift humanity and, in very different ways. It took me almost a year working with my first business coach to even be able to put the 3 components of my business together: writing, whole food advocacy, and intuitive guidance. Because in my head, I felt that they were separate. It took me a long time to be able to integrate and to really see how they interact with each other, the different tiers of my business, and how, really, it is for me. This has been the path to get me to that place of, balance, of contentment, of knowing that I am on the right path, regardless what the exterior looks like or, what other people say. So the first card is kind of that energy that we're coming out of. The second card is going to be, this is the energy that we're moving into currently. And the second card today is the 3 of Wands. So we have we have 2 wands together. The 3 of Wands is all about, I love how it's just shining. Look at how it's shining. The lights are making it shine. The 3 of Wands is all about action and adventure. One of my favorite sayings is, faith without works is dead, right? And so the 3 of Wands, okay, so we got some obstacles that we got to get through, but we need to hang tough, guys. The 3 of Wands comes in. I'm going to put my my reading glasses on, and I will show you the book that I use to begin. So I start with, kind of reading what my tarot book says, and then I just kind of springboard from there and how I feel, intuitively the message, what direction the message is going in. So the 3 of Wands is one of Tarot's good fortune cards. It reveals successful enterprise and seeing your projects and relationships thrive. It is also a great indicator for weddings. I just went to a wedding on Sunday, which was pretty cool. And new important relationship. It predicts a busy, intense period of activity, that action, right? A lot of times in life we end up kind of waxing and waning, right? I know for me, I've been very insular lately, going within, doing a lot of inner child healing. Actually, for me, it's been more like inner teenage healing. But then when we clear out those energies, we clear out that angst, whatever is holding us back, those limiting beliefs, Then here comes the Three of Wands saying that good fortune is on its way. Woo, woo, I love that. So this card can also often be an indicator of a trip. And seeing, plans just in general being realized, whether they're travel plans, business plans, whatever. It's a great time for communication, for self-expression, through your chosen interests, okay? Not what society, the matrix says that you need to be doing, but your chosen interests. What makes your heart sing, okay? This is the energy of the Three of Wands. And so this is all about art, music, crafts, sports, anything that you are engaging in that makes your heart sing. If this is a part of your business, and it should be, right? Then you're on your way to just some really beautiful transformation. The Three of Wands is all about individuality. It is all about non-conforming, right? And so at this time, you may feel drawn to work with more unconventional type of people and projects. Let's see, pride yourself in your quirks, right? Be you and I'll be me, and together we can live harmoniously, right? It's all about, just that authentic energy of who you are at the core, right? What is your essence? Strip away all of that, the muck and the guck and the limiting beliefs and what your mama told you and what your neighbor, said so-and-so down the street was saying or whatever. All that shite can just go. And what are you left with? Your beautiful self. That's what you're left with. Okay, so the Threes challenge. So again, we're still on the Three of Wands. So the Threes challenge is to keep the balance. All about the balance, guys, mind, body, spirit, between staying focused on the prize, right? Keeping your eye on the prize, while remaining patient, calm, and in the present moment, right? And so this is all about, working towards this idea of not only having faith and trust on the path, but having a knowing that you are on the right path for you, okay? The Three of Wands, just beautiful. Okay, and so the next card we have, and now again, the way I do it is first card, kind of the energy we're moving through. Second card is kind of where we're at in the now. So right now we are moving through a lot of obstacles, right? But we got to just keep our eye on the prize while having a knowing and faith and trust in the divine plan. We are on the right track for us. This is more likely career, but also in terms of personal relationships too. If you remember the Seven of Wands, it was all about fighting for what is ours, fighting for our truth, right? And then the third card is the energy that we will be moving into, okay? I don't like to look at tarot as like a fortune telling thing. It's more like the cards symbolically line up with the current energies. If you stay within this kind of vibrational field, if you will, then the card that is talking about, the future possibilities is just that. Like vibrationally, these are a few of the infinite possibilities that you have access to that may come about, okay? So we have Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Pentacles is all about I possess. It is the body, right? And so the Seven of Pentacles is all about work. And so this is definitely a reading about work, career. And Seven of Pentacles, this is also, you can see this as the coins, right? And so this is materiality, right? The Seven of Pentacles. So he's sitting there. Looks like he's been working for a while. He's got a stack. Let's see what it says. He's got a stack of money. He's doing pretty good. There is a goal in sight, and you are so close to achieving it. But now is not the time to stop and reflect. And so this is the, it's interesting because it's kind of embodying the same energy of adventure and action. Like this is the time, to get into that flow and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not time to sit around and ruminate, right? This is a card of doing. The Seven of Pentacles, right? It is not a card of philosophizing. So you got to get off your arse and you got to do it. You got to do it. And that's really beautiful. Honestly, for me today, I'm using new technology. I don't even know if this is actually even freaking streaming to YouTube. I mean, I'm like so DIY, and technology is a friend, but not a bestie, So I'm just figuring this shit out. But I'm doing it. And that is the thing, guys, because a lot of people, I taught at university for close to a decade. And what I used to tell all of my students, I'd be like, there's plenty of geniuses living under bridges, okay? Because, you sit in your head and you think about, you could think about doing something for 20, 30 years, right? And so you have to do the action. But we're talking about divinely inspired action, right? And so that is getting into your flow, focusing on the projects that bring your heart joy, right? That is what is going to bring in this success right here, okay? The 7 card can also show saving for a home or accruing funds and clients to expand a business. In domestic affairs, the 7 of Pentacles can show there's not enough money. There's not enough money left for the little luxuries that make all the effort of saving worthwhile. Whatever your situation, keep going. Okay, so it's very interesting. We do have some hurdles that we're still going through. This is the 7 of Wands, but we're so close. Action and adventure. Stay in that divine action. This is a time to create, to not just sit and ruminate. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles here. We are nearly there, guys. And the future is looking bright, and your future self will thank you, your present self, for not giving up, for overcoming those challenges, for dealing with those limiting beliefs that may still be holding you back. I literally shed, like, a limiting belief will pop up into my head, especially like around finances, like, just ideas about my self-worth and finances will come up, and then I have to poo-poo that belief and be like, wait a minute, where did that come from? I am worthy of, financial wealth and prosperity. And so then I have to, sometimes I have to take that limiting belief all the way back to the origin story and then like rewrite it. Sometimes I can just laugh at it and be like, ha, that's so stupid. I'm worthy. I'm in the now. I am worthy. God, bring me what I am ready to see. So we actually got a fourth card today. And this is an interesting card. I really honestly, it's hard for me to leave on kind of, sorrowful cards. And this is definitely a card of, there's some sorrow and anxiety. This is the Nine of Swords. This is the element of air. This is Mars and Gemini. And so this is all about anxiety. And so this is called the 3 a.m. card because it describes, it's like what you wake up worrying about in the small hours of the night, showing you were dealing with high levels of anxiety. You may have suffered an illness and the resulting low energy, or a shock or a buildup of minor stresses that really have been, possibly disrupting your sleep patterns and peace of mind. What I'm thinking is that, with this, the amount of hurdles that you have had to overcome to get to where you are in this moment. You are so close. You are, and you need to be, staying in that divine, inspired action, right? Everything is so close. All of your, your relationship and you're building a business, or some type of career move that is moving in the right direction for you. But then we have, again, this Nine of Swords, right? So this is more about your internal habits of worrying. Not that there is actually anything specific that you need to be worrying about. And so I'm going to say that this fourth card is kind of overshadowing these first three cards, okay? So this card indicates the habit of worrying. So let's see, the Nine of Swords can show feeling overwhelmed, or it may be that you simply have too much to do, too many ideas. I know that I am definitely a recovering busy bee. I mean, my God. So, keep it simple, slow and steady wins the race, right? And so, know that this is an internal anxiety and ennui, if you will, a feeling of, just possibly like, oh my God, I can't possibly do this all, but you can, okay? Know that this is a temporary state. This is a pattern that you are currently going. I just kind of seized up a little bit. I'm going to pick one more card to clarify for this Nine of Swords. So, Great Spirit, work with me today. Show me, give me some clarity about this anxiety card, this fourth card, this Nine of Swords. What is this pertaining to? I know that it is a present condition that we are moving through this energy of anxiety, of being overwhelmed. I also know that we are at the holiday. Oh, isn't this wonderful, guys? So, the interpretation, the card that I pulled to interpret really what's going on with the energy of the Nine of Swords is, let me get her up, the High Priestess. And so the High Priestess is all about wisdom, the spiritual world, right? This is also known as like the psychically activation card. Like this is, really stepping into your intuition, to your crown chakra, right? To really opening up and being available for Source to download what it needs to get you to the next place. And so, I ask for clarity of this Nine of Swords. So this is just a pattern that you are moving through, this pattern of worry. And it's interesting. This is a pattern that I have been dealing with for a long time, and that I really feel that I inherited a lot of it from my mom, who does a lot of worrying, or has, in her life. And so that energy of worrying is around, right? And so one quote that I love that has really helped me to let go of that energy of worry is, worrying is only praying for what you don't want, right? And I actually now look at the state of worry as kind of a lesser sin, because honestly, what we're telling God, what we're telling, Source, Great Spirit, is that we don't trust the process. If we're sitting in a state of worry, then we're not trusting the process. And so, as a clarification, we are the divine high priestess, right? This is all about learning and stepping into that knowledge, that intuition, that knowing, right? And letting go of this, energy of worry, which is it's a lower vibe. It keeps you stuck in states of lack, right? And so instead, rise up. The high priestess is also our higher self, right? And so this is time for incubation and privacy to go forward, deepening your relationship with your higher self and trusting your internal knowledge. In your everyday life, confidentiality is key. If you have a secret or a project you are nurturing, it is better to keep your own counsel. I immediately thought of Stevie Nicks there. Keep your visions to yourself, right? Until you are ready. Really, you need two for the creation process. So when you get to the place that you can speak it to one person that can hold your dream, your image, your project without any kind of, undercutting it, then you know that you are very well on your way to achieving it. On your spiritual path, the high priestess predicts learning and possibly a mentor coming in for you. As the card of psychic gifts, her arrival in this reading can be a sign to follow your intuition. Okay, here we are on Intuitive Tuesdays. So follow Intuitive Tuesdays and your intuition, right? And know that you're on the right path. And so it's interesting. So to get rid of this worrying, which is really a low vibe emotion that keeps you stuck, go within. Find your higher being, your higher self. You can YouTube a lot of videos about, really connecting with that inner being, your higher self, your spirit guides, right? Go within to connect, to know your self-worth, and then that will help you to clear the path for all the beauty that is coming through. And you guys, we got this. The last card, and I was like, I'm not really sure about this for, so I'm really glad that I did a clarifying card and pulled the high priestess, because this temporary state that you may find yourself in right now, one of anxiety or worry, it is just temporary. So trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, guys, I am going to end our reading, our collective energy reading, with an angel card. I use the Kyle Gray Angel card decks. I just love these cards. They're so beautiful. Okay, this is the card that wants to come through today. And let's see what we have. Oh, today's angel card is forgiveness and understanding. Okay, so let's see what this card will, obviously, we need to forgive. I mean, a lot of times it's about really, forgiving yourself, Okay, so as soon as you see the word forgiveness, you'll know where this energy is needed in your life. Forgiveness is a correction to human vision, an opportunity to see through the eyes of soul. And ultimately, it gives us the idea of what it's like to see through the eyes of our angels, right? Because the divine, our angel guides, they see our light, right? They never see anything that is less than divine in us, because ultimately that is what we are, right? Our 3D reality, the body, that we're in, the experiences that we see in this dualistic realm. All of that is but a facade, right? And so the angels, they see our true essence. When this card appears, your angel guide is inviting you to release. You aren't being asked to accept bad behavior or let it go, but to realize that the only person who's truly being affected by your unforgiving thoughts and feelings is you. Okay? And so this is all about letting go. And it's interesting because and it's not, it's coincidence, coinciding that when I wrote the description today, I thought, okay, what have I really been dealing with? One is learning to create psychic boundaries and protection for myself while amidst other people's energies. And then also this energy of being able to let go of expectations, right? And I believe that really the first step in letting go is this forgiveness of others and also forgiveness of self. So you don't deserve to have past events get in the way of present happiness. And that can only happen if you make space by releasing painful experiences from your heart. I've been doing a lot of heart chakra meditations lately. I am back in Athens, Georgia, and this is where my family is living. And so I've done a lot of inner child, inner teenage angst work around that, and just letting go of thinking, one, that, any of us have it all figured out, right? Or that we have it all figured out of, how other people should act or behave, right? We just got to focus on ourselves. So forgive all of your family and friends. And hey, it doesn't mean that you got to co-sign their bullshit, okay? What it means is that you are letting go of this energy, right, that holds us back from our own abundance, right? So call in your angels and ask them to help you step into the energy of forgiveness. Even if you feel you don't know how to forgive, just having the willingness is enough. Okay, guys, so again, this is kind of a test run this week. So I did want to, briefly say about setting those psychic boundaries. That's just like an energetic field that you have around you that can protect yourself. I actually see me with like a white light surrounding me. That way, Other people's energies can't, permeate too closely. I do that, like, before I get in my car, before, I'm going to the store, anyway, because there's just so much funky, crazy energy out there right now. So, definitely use the energy of the high priestess that is coming in to help you to go within and tap into that protective energy that we all embody in, just naturally. It's just a matter of tapping into it. There's nothing wrong with any of us. We are all whole and perfectly divine. It is all just about aligning to the energy that is already here. Okay? I love this. Letting go of the past, letting go of the angst, letting go of anything that isn't serving your highest self. It is a process. And so in the process of letting go, of forgiving yourself, of forgiving others, be gentle. Be gentle with yourself. Rome was not built in a day. So it's all about, it's all about just enjoying the journey, being gentle with yourself. If you slip up, whatever, no need to admonish yourself. This is kind of like, we're in a school, all of us are, right? This human experience is a school. We're learning. So just remember, that through this process, to love yourself, to be gentle with yourself, and you know what? I'll do the same. So guys, that's it today for Intuitive Tuesdays with Elizabeth Maria. That's me. I'll post the links to my website and stuff, so if you want to learn more about me, you can, or if you want to learn about any of my offerings, I do one-time energy readings. I have a 1-month shadow work retainer. I have a 12-week chakra healing program called Evolve. So you guys can check all that out if you're needing, guidance and help on this journey. It takes a village, guys. So, don't have any shame in your game. Just do it. Reach out. I'm here. So much love. Okay, I'm going to see if this thing freaking worked. I'm going to sign off now. I don't even know how to... Oh, wait. Okay, this is how I end it. So I will... I'll see you guys next week, and hopefully I will have figured out this technology a little bit more by then. So much love and light. Good night.